Hey guys, this is DJ. This video is to illustrate some trouble I'm having with a little bit of code having to do with event filters and connecting signals and slots on mouse and key presses. So I am following along with this tutorial from Brian Cairns of Void Realms, excuse me, that he recommended in the Facebook group for Void Realms, which, by the way, great series of videos on coding and UIs. So here's what I've got. I'm up to the point where this project, I essentially have the entirety of his code entered. It builds, it runs, and when you right-click this button and do the what's this, you get a link that is now clickable. That's all through signals and slots. Good. So now I'm essentially just trying to take this and where he's got a what's this clicked event, I essentially want to capture other types of filters from mouse presses, releases, key presses and releases, and connect signals and slots so that I can operate on those. In my main program, I'm having trouble with some of the mouse controls and clicking and some of the UIs capturing, and I'm unable to operate on some of those. So I think this is the way to do it, but I'm having troubles getting the signals and slots to work. So here's what I've done so far. So you can see that in the event filter function, I've added a few more if statements querying for other types of events. So I've got mouse, button press, release, key press and release, and if we run it, we see that those do work. So if I just click on the background there in the debug, I see mouse clicked and released. If I hit spacebar, key pressed and key released. So next up, one should connect this through the signals and slots. So in my mind, first we ought to have more signals. Excuse me. So let's add those. So I deviated a little bit from Brian's convention. I called my link filter, his was event filter. Link clicked, I'm not sure if that's a keyword or not, but anyway, let's add a few more signals. So void, mouse press. Let's just go like on, because I don't know if those are reserved. And I don't know if I'm supposed to pass anything in here. I think the link clicked is passing a string, which was the URL, perhaps. But, so void on mouse release, void on key press, and void on key release. So my real just simple objective is I want essentially just have a function in here that like does something. So right now in the link filter is where I've got all the logic, right? Here's the header. We've added some signals now. And in all these if statements, they're getting captured and they're returning the debug. So I basically, ideally, want to comment all these out. And in my dialog.cpp, I want to have the debugs over there. So that's, so the signals are emitted, the slots have consumed the emission and triggered a function. So I'm commenting those out. So now let's attempt to replicate the slots. Okay, so public slots, void show link. All right, so we essentially have, by the way, let me show off dialog.cpp. So we're already connecting this. We've already installed the filter. So this is all kind of like live and working now. So essentially we ought to just make new slots for the mouse key presses and then connect them and then put a debug in this function. So here's the show link function that's getting triggered when through this connect signal slot. So let's add a few more. So this show link is working. Let's add new function prototypes. So public slots, void, just to keep my naming separate, I'm going to go mouse press. Again, I don't, so in this case it's a function, so I can, I don't know what I'm supposed to pass into this. Here's the a constant QString link. So I don't know if that's just like, in this instance, it was the URL, the Google.com URL that was getting passed through or something. I'm not even sure where that comes from. I think it's in the UI editor, but anyway. So just continue. I'll leave them empty for now. Do mouse release, do key press, do key release. All right. So now we have slots for them. Let's add these as functions. Refactor, add definition. Let's do that 4 times. Okay, there we go. So now let's add, let's sort of migrate that commenting stuff over to these guys, because we want to see it right here instead. So, and let's change it slightly so we know it's coming from this, the post signal slots connection stuff. So do mouse click. Yay. All right. Copy a few more times. Mouse release key. Press and key release. So confident all this is mostly good, other than what data I'm supposed to be passing through that I am vague on. Let's just hit Command B, make sure it still builds. Slow today. There we go, successful build. All right, so let's just try to connect it. Let's just do one. So if we run, let's just validate that so mouse press is a thing. I've commented it out. This is not getting triggered yet. So let's just try to connect that first one. There we go. So connect. Again, we want filter from the link filter. Let me go down a couple of lines so that the tips are going to cover up my reference here. So, by the way, let me just to look real quick to see what the telesense is or whatever. Okay, so the sender is going to be filter. The signal is going to be from link filter, that essentially the signal that was getting sent from link filter. This, I assume, is the same, and then slot ought to be called that function. So let's put all that in. So filter, signal. So here the link clicked is passing the thing. Let's look over here. So let's get. We are not emitting anything yet. Okay, so let's add that because they got to connect. So let's just go emit. So linked clicked. I don't know if this is just kind of an arbitrary word that doesn't need to be instantiated anywhere. That is a point of confusion. So let's just go. Emit mouse click. And again, I don't know if anything has to be passed in here. And href is, I'm assuming that's the HTML. I don't know, excuse me, if I'm supposed to pass in this or not. I assume not, because on this, I don't know. That's maybe a question I have. Let's try it. So if where is this? So do we need to create this event to be emitted, that as a point of confusion as well? I don't know. Let's just try this though. So emit mouse click is the signal. So let's make this as the slot. Okay, so there we go. And then this, and then the function to mouse press. So that is, oh, I didn't put slot. Okay, so fundamentally I think this is correct, but I don't know, again, which data is supposed to be passed. The one I suspect is off is that I am not bothered with this in this setup, but let's just try to see if it goes, and if not, try to replicate that. Okay, no matching member function for call connect. What's wrong with matching member function to call connect? I think I'm missing. So that, no. All right, I got my parentheses incorrect. So there is opening and closing, and then the signal slot has the brackets too. So, okay, that was wrong. Let's fix that up. Okay, use of undeclared identifier, emit mouse click. So that's the equivalent of link clicked. So if this is undeclared, then this one is working. This must have been declared somewhere. So let's do Control F. Let's copy, clicked. So here's another point of confusion. I don't know where that's getting declared. Link clicked. Is that in link clicked? Okay. So maybe the signal, the thing that is emitted, needs to match the signal. Okay, so let's correct that. So on mouse press, and then let's take that as a slot. Okay. That wasn't there before. So it does not appear to be working. I clicked, parentheses, signal, link filter on a mouse press. Link filter on mouse press. So anyway, that is, I think, a decent illustration of when going wrong. I'm going to stop the video here too. I'll try to troubleshoot some more. I'll try passing in this. Actually, let's just do that as one thing. That's the most glaring problem. Otherwise, I'm not really clear on what should be passed around. So, Q, what's this clicked event? That is apparently a reserved name. So let's see. Q mouse event. MP for mouse, MVP, mouse button press, event, goals, static cast, Q mouse, event, pointer, event. Okay, so this ought to be the functional equivalent of what this is doing, and then so it could be that we need to pass this through here. I don't know. This is passing an href. So maybe we could select the mouse position. Let's just see global button. Okay. So now emit on mouse press. So now I'm passing something. This is a Q point. This is a Q string. This is a Q point. Okay, so on the other end of this, I think I need to take in a Q point. So let's do that. Q dialog. And then I don't know about the sound link. I don't know what that is. But let's try it with or without that. Okay, so, and then on this side, here we're passing in, just passing the same stuff. Try to think about that link because I'm not sure what that is. Building. Too many arguments. Function call expected 0. Have 1. Let's press it. All right, so what is global? All right, so I think that's where I'm about lost. So I'm going to post this up in the Facebook group and see if anyone has it on Stickly. Thanks for your help, Bill. This is DJ. Talk to you soon. Bye.